So recently, first daughter, Ivanka Trump, was interviewed on Fox News. And she was asked a question about the Green New Deal. AOC's proposal is not necessarily a piece of legislation yet, but it's a broad policy framework of ideas that, of course, can be tweaked and modified before it becomes a piece of legislation. So now it's also a bit of a litmus test. And now some of the things that are in the Green New Deal include things right now, a guaranteed basic income and a job guarantee. Now, she was asked about this, Ivanka was, in this Fox interview, and let's get to her answer about what she thinks about these programs and the opportunity that they may bring.
I don't think most Americans in their heart want to be given something. I've spent a lot of time traveling around this country over the last 4 years. People want to work for what they get. So I think this idea of a guaranteed minimum is not something most people want. They want the ability to be able to secure a job. They want the ability to live in a country where there's the potential for upward mobility.
Americans just don't want a guarantee. Well, they want to work. I know because I talk to lots of people. No, I don't think so. Look, aside from the fact that there's no way she's ever talked to anyone making less than $1 million a year, she herself, she's never had to work a day in her life. So how would she know, first, what it is to actually work, right? And two, know what the American people actually want. This person was handed literally everything that she has on a silver platter. She's never had to work in her life. And look, I have proof of that, right? And you say, oh, what are you talking about? She's got successful businesses and she's making millions of dollars. Well, those millions of dollars are not from her hard work and not for her running a business. No, it's literally from her family connections. As Trump biographer Tim O'Brien noted on Twitter, Ivanka Trump's financial disclosure forms show that her income streams largely derive from assets that have not required her to put in any kind of work. So these are just investments, and not only that, but they're trust funds as well, for her to get money without having to do anything, without having to work. In fact, O'Brien observes, Ivanka Trump gets lucrative annual streams of income, rents, and capital gains, $1 million here, $5 million there, from her biz, her husband's biz, and her father's biz, that she largely gets for just sitting there. For example, her 2018 financial disclosure form shows that Ivanka made more than $5 million in rents and royalties from the Ivanka M. Trump Business Trust, which was set up after she took a job at her father's White House, and whose assets are overseen by relatives of husband Jared Kushner, as reported by the New York Times in 2017. Other sources of income include nearly $4 million in hotel-related revenue from an LLC set up to lower the Trump family's future estate tax burdens. Oh, that's classy. And over $2 million in salary and severance from the Trump Payroll Corporation. So, everything that she has literally set up for her by her family and other people. And look, even her job in the administration, she wouldn't have gotten that if it wasn't for her daddy. So who is she to tell struggling Americans what they want? She is a wealthy heiress who will probably inherit a few $1 million from her dad and not have to pay that much taxes on it. Again, one of the main focuses of the Trump administration and the Republicans has been to eliminate or lower the estate tax. And the recent tax bill has actually been able to do that. So that people like Ivanka Trump, when her dad dies, she gets all that money tax-free. And you know who else got all that money? She is a second-generation heiress. Donald Trump inherited a majority of his money from his father, and now Ivanka Trump will inherit money from her father as well. This is dynastic wealth. This is not what America is about. And so, no, of course she doesn't want regular human beings to have a minimum. Why is that? Because she would have to slightly pay a little bit more taxes in order to give some people dignity and a chance to make something better for themselves. And who knows? Somebody propped up by this program or these government programs like education or free college, in the case of the Green, some of AOC's other programs that she supports other than the Green New Deal, would make it so that people have an opportunity to become millionaires. Well, now, if more people can become millionaires, more people can make it rich because they have this opportunity, well, then what makes Ivanka Trump so special? Especially given the fact that she didn't have to work for anything and became a millionaire just by being a member of the Lucky Sperm Club. So, and here's the thing, right? So I want more opportunity. Progressives want opportunity. That's why we're in favor of these programs. It's not about just showering money on people and because we expect them not to work or we want them not to work. No, that's ridiculous. What we want is to create opportunity. And what creates the most opportunity? Other than, of course, getting a good education. Making sure that all your basic needs are met. You ever heard of the hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? So you want to make sure that people's basic needs are met. Housing, food, power, things like that, right? The very basic things of humanity. And then once people have that, they're able to move up to higher pursuits, getting an education, making sure that they can, take some risks, create a business, things like that, do something different. And that's what this is about. This is about creating opportunity, right? And look, when it comes to a universal basic income, and I realize not everybody agrees with that, but it is at least an idea that might actually do something and might actually help to create that opportunity. There will, of course, be lazy people. It's not like lazy people will never exist, right? But I do believe that the vast majority, and already it shows in the government programs that we already have, that people use that to lift themselves up and have opportunity to do something better with their lives. Then again, of course, the existence of people like Ivanka Trump kind of undercuts that argument because look, how many wealthy heirs go on to actually work hard and create something, right? No, but seriously, kidding aside, these people don't understand what regular people go through, how they live. Look, I've worked in a factory for years. I do understand. I'm somebody who climbed from lower class, working class, to a kind of sort of on the edge of a middle class lifestyle. And so, I've had experience being broke, growing up poor, working hard, working in the factories, working at the grocery store, and things like that. Ivanka Trump does not have that experience. She has the experience of getting money from dad and then basically living off it and trying to tell the rest of you what is good for you. She does not know. And finally, to go up against AOC, right? Somebody who did work for a lot of for everything that she has, right? And accomplished something amazing in winning election, becoming a congresswoman, is sort of the height of tone deafness. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.